Assalamu alaikum. Good morning or good evening as the time you are watching this video. My name is Wasmiya Shammari. I am a master's student in maternal health nursing at King Saud University in Saudi Arabia. I'm taking the course of special problems in teaching in nursing. Under the supervision of Dr. Olfat, I will present this teaching in the online environment. The outline of this lecture: introduction, definitions and purpose, types of learners, conditions for learning, synchronous and asynchronous, resources and methods, using the methods, planning, feedback and assessment, orientation and expectations, conclusion and references. The objectives of this course: in the end of the presentation, students should know the definitions and purpose of teaching in the online environment, different types of learners, conditions for learning, difference between synchronous and asynchronous, resources and methods, how to use the methods, planning, feedback and assessment, orientation and expectations. Introduction. Rapid changes in the technology continue to open more doors to students seeking online educational opportunities. Recent advances in the audio and video capabilities enable more live or synchronous, sometimes called virtual, classroom options, where the teacher and the student are online at the same time and the teaching is in person with a real-time instructor presence. One of the biggest disadvantages of synchronous learning, where the teacher and the student are not online at the same time, has been that the online class can feel impersonal, often missing the connection with or online presence of the instructors. Definitions and purposes. Good online design is essential for student success. Clear learning outcomes, whether in the classroom, blended or online, are dependent on a methodical and strategic design process based on evidence-based best practice. If faculty are not trained as instructional designers, they should work with experienced instructional designers to ensure meaningful content transformation to the online platform. Designing for online learning, if done correctly, can take anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on the length of the course. Content transformation for online learning does not mean recording lectures and posting them online, nor does it mean posting long PowerPoint lectures. A good online learning design means identifying content and presenting the information in different ways, including learning activities, multimedia, audio and video, animations, and discussion boards. The content must be meaningful and associated with the learning outcomes. Types of learners. Students who perform best in an online environment are students who are self-directed and are cognitively ready for participation learning. Most students in today's classroom are digital natives, although they are often connected 24/7 to a device and to teach other. They may not all be suited for the self-directed active learning environment of the online classroom. Some of today's students still claim to perform a passive learning, predominantly lecture-based classroom. Active online classroom, they become engaged and ready to learn online. It is important to set clear expectations from the outset so students can assess their own readiness for online learning. Students in an online environment must be comfortable and skilled with technology. Conditions for learning. According to the learning science experts, the increasingly interactive nature of technology by available interactive tools creates new opportunities for students to learn by allowing them to do a task, receive feedback on it, and build new knowledge. That technology can be used to advance learning by bringing exciting curricula based on real-world problems into the classroom, providing tools to enhance learning such as modeling programs and visualization tools, giving students and teachers more opportunities for feedback, reflection, and revision. Also, building local and global communities that include teachers, administrators, students, parents, practicing scientists, and other interested people. Expanding opportunities for teacher learning. Now we will talk about synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous is used to describe things that happen at the same time, occurring in real time, as with participants logged in at an appointed time for a live lecture or discussion. Synchronous communication involves a real-time back and forth, talking face-to-face and video chatting, as what we do with Zoom meeting and Microsoft meetings. In an asynchronous course, a student does not need to meet in real time with a live class or teacher. It can move through assignments at their own speed and are often aided by online discussion boards and emails. There are several things to watch for when considering synchronous classes, like scheduling, technology, personality, and learning. For scheduling, students and instructors must be able to come together at the same time, as it is a live video chatting or Zoom meeting. Technology is constantly improving through both students and instructors need to be technologically smart. This technology interruptions must be expected and solutions have to be in place for when interruptions occur. Like, for example, one of the student, or for example, the teacher itself has a problem in her internet connections. So he or she must have a plan B to to transfer the informations for the student on the same time. Personality and learning styles. Live classes favor some students do their best work alone and need time to carefully crafted a response rather than shout out it in the moment. Resources and methods. The resources for this learning to be completed: skilled faculty, technology, and faculty development needs to be available for a good learning outcome. A skilled faculty, the most essential resource for a successful online course is the availability of experienced faculty to facilitate the online learning. Faculty must be trained in online teaching. Many colleges and universities require online teaching certification, or at the very least for the faculty member to have taken an online class as a student before teaching online for the first time. Even skilled faculty teaching on a new platform should become totally familiar with the technology tools beforehand and avail themselves of refresher sessions with faculty support if available. Platforms and tools vary widely across programs. Now we will talk about technology. Students and faculty need access to internet-enabled devices, webcams, and audio. Some audio is provided through the computer as voice over internet protocol or through the telephone. Either way, for the best classroom experience, headsets with built-in microphones are recommended so the voice will be clear and the information can be transferred safely to the student. Also, laptops or desktops computers are preferred for teaching. Many courses now are accessible for students through mobile devices and tablets. In the technology, faculty must be proficient in the use of online technology. This includes the tools available in the online platform that enhance learning. Some examples include the use of polls, whiteboards, and breakout rooms. Lecture-based classes online are just as boring as lecture-based classes in the physical campus classroom. Faculty must learn to use the available tools which are designed to engage students and enhance learning. The benefit of the online platform is the tools are usually built into the software and do not require a different setup. Tools abound for creating engaging and meaningful online classroom learning activities. These are an examples for platforms in Arabic language for people who for Arabic speakers like Sadim, Idrak, Rawaq, Noon, Ithra'i, Tamkeen. Also, all these are many examples, and there are different examples like Muallim platform, Waqf online, Idrak platform. All these platforms are an examples for online learning. One of the important platform for English learners is Cambly. While they are practicing English with a native speakers, worldwidely. Wherever you are and you want to learn English, you will talk with a native speaker in a different country and learn from them their own or their mother language. Faculty development. If the educational setting offers training for faculty, all faculty are advised to take advantage of the opportunity to learn the basics of the online teaching, as well as to keep up with new and emerging educational technology. Using the methods: planning, feedback and assessment, expectations, and orientation. In planning, just like any class, good expectations requires a good plan. The synchronous session is the ultimate flapped classroom, as the students have prepared the asynchronous materials, usually videos, texts, e-learning modules, on their own time and come to the live sessions prepared. With a smaller number of students, participants quickly realize they are more accountable for the preparation work and consequently are more likely to come to class prepared. Of course, this varies, but through peer pressure alone, students usually learn to come to class prepared, as they are likely to be called upon in the active and engaged live sessions. This is an example for learning. This is the iLearn page for King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This page or this platform is to assist the employee who's working in King Faisal Specialist Hospital, assist their skills, their knowledge, by giving them educational materials and quizzes and exams as online courses for to assist the employees for a maximum level of education, to give them the opportunities to learn while they are working, and all these as a result, they need a good patient experience and good patient care as on the based practice. Additionally, faculty need to be well prepared for the live session. It is recommended to create a live class guide which details the desired learning outcomes, the sequence of the learning activities, and the time allotted to each. A clear plan will increase the probability of a smooth class flow. Synchronous class plan workflow. We have 9 workflow checklist. Decide how much time will be allotted to the synchronous session. Review specific lesson objectives and determine the desired learning outcomes for the synchronous sessions. Include the learning outcome in your class plan. Decide how the learning outcomes can be met with the technology tools available. Design active learning exercises that meet the desired learning outcomes. If possible, set up your synchronous classroom ahead of the class time, building in the activities using available tools. Craft a detailed live class guide so everyone can play a role in helping the class to run smoothly. Keep logged in and emergency number handy just in case of a technology problem. Always have a class plan B. Feedback and assessment. Clearly express how and when the students will receive feedback and how they will be assessed and graded. Ensure success and prevents unwelcome feedback. Detailed participation rubrics are helpful to assure uniform grading criteria. In some programs, students take tests during their live sessions and are monitored while on camera. To ensure academic integrity during the online test, additional software can be employed, such as an automated remote proctoring product that verifies the student's identity. Expectations. Setting student expectations in advance can help ensure a successful learning experience. The student's role, the faculty's role, and assignment expectations must be clear and easily accessed. Policies concerning student behavior, such as the use of social media and protection of intellectual property, must be specifically spelled out. Otherwise, you may find your test answer posted on Facebook. The beginning of the course is an ideal time to set the expectations and start the class off on the right note. A welcoming and friendly setting will go a long way in soothing nervous students and sending a warm message. If it is helpful, post a list of frequently asked questions and add to it as the course progresses. This is an example of frequently asked questions. Orientation. Student orientation to the live classroom environment should be just as thorough as the faculty's orientation, especially if this is a new way of learning. We have to give the students an orientation program or a class to know how to use the platform that they are using for learning, such as in King Saud University we are using Blackboard and sometimes Zoom meetings. So we need to students need to be familiar with the use of these technologies. In addition to a program-sponsored orientation to the learning management system, this first level class should be spent going over course requirements, necessary technology skills, and level class behavior expectations. Additionally, it is important to set the stage for the formation of an engaged and collaborative learning community for successful live sessions for the remainder of the term. As a conclusion for this lecture, Students entering the health professions in the 21st century are more technologically than previous generations and are ready to take their learning online. New tools and learning research support rigorous and successful online learning. Students' engagement through thoughtful use of available technologies contributes to a successful online experience for both students and teachers. Thank you for your attendance and interest, and have a great day. Thank you.